Alright. Hi guys, I'm WolfAngel. Thanks for coming to check out the stream. So I'm here with GNN Gaming as Geek News Now, and I'm going to be continuing Fable 2. So if you haven't already, just go ahead, hit that follow button. I'd love it if you could hit that subscribe button as well. And I'm just going to make that stop because that was kind of loud. So if you're watching live on Twitch, you can subscribe to our channel for free if you have an Amazon Prime account. So if you're already here, you may as well go ahead and use it, and you will not regret it, I promise you. But if you are on YouTube, again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you've got notifications turned on, so that way you know when Geek News Now posts content, when we go live. I need you to stop doing
And so our story begins.
We'll do that, so then it'll stop doing that. But, like I was saying, make sure to follow and subscribe. Also go over to Facebook, find Geek News Now there, and you can like us there. And you'll be able to find out information on this really cool giveaway that we've got going on for this month. So make sure to head over there, get that information. Also, we have a lot of promo codes, so you can also find that information on our Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find that information in the description down below. So, again, like I said, we've gone over Twitch, we've gone over YouTube, we've talked about Facebook. We are on Twitter, we are on Instagram, we are on TikTok, and of course our website at geeknewsnow.net. So make sure to go check all that out, and you're going to be able to find about anything that you need for a geek. So let's see, we've got Retro that's lurking. So hi Retro, thanks for the lurk. Thanks for the lurkity lurk. Whoa. Down. Let us continue. Our proper character. I kind of don't want to do that job. I just kind of accepted it to accept it.
Put a bit of weight on, have you?
Kill these bugs. So I partially remember what we were doing the other day. Just partially. May as well go to Firestone Old Town.
Hello.
Husband.
You're not. Oh!
Alright, good. He's a happy person.
Great. Just great. I mean that. Now that's what I call dancing. Ready to hunt down some more unlawful and unwanted pests?
Jeez, that kid ran really freakishly quick.
There are some monsters in need of elimination.
Please,
Monsters this time, you say?
can you sign my autograph book?
If you've got an autograph book, I will sign it. But otherwise, I don't have the autograph cards to give to you. Crucible hobs have escaped from their holding cages again and are terrorizing Westcliff.
Don't let them get away.
Okay. West Cliff it is then. Hi, Light Angel. Okay, so Light Angel's at work, but they're also going to be lurking. Alright, thank you though. And I do want to say thank you for the follow. I know that you followed before my stream started. Okay. Now there's just a couple more. Right. I'm just gonna just shoot you in the gut. Because, you know, you're up on stilts. To make this easy. There.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
saved all of you. At least that one person's like, yeah! Yeah, we're gonna have to get that changed. Sorry. Oh, cool. Husband. He has another potion for me.
Oh, it's so easy to like you.
Um,
I'm so glad to see you're becoming famous. Ordinary citizens can rest easier thanks to you. Here's the
I was like, my
reward.
gold trail's not working properly. I hear that
I grew up
gargoyle.
round here, you know.
Saving, saving, saving.
I'd love your autograph.
Don't step in the custard.
Who's a wubby wubby? You are.
Why do I need to knock on the door to my own house? Like, the doors should just open. Kid, did your parents never teach you not to walk into a strange person's house? Apparently not.
Our baby boy is such a bundle of joy.
I'm sure you're
Kid,
better adventurers than you anyway.
I'm sorry that I don't have autograph cards to satisfy your whims.
Oh, I thought you'd never come back. Oh, I missed you.
Let's see. Our baby Darren likes the expression dance in the gift porcelain doll. Guess we can do the dance. Even though the baby's already happy, we'll make the baby happy.
That's what I call dancing.
So good.
It's things like that that remind me how lucky I am.
I'm not going to propose to another guy in my house with my husband standing right there. Like, no game. No, that's just not gonna happen. Let's see, I was hearing the gargoyle down this way.
I'm having the best day.
I guess I have to buy this house if I want that door to open.
You're so stupid.
Run!
You're the stupid one. Sorry. Fine, we'll buy it and move in. I just want to find out what's with that door. It's probably nothing.
Let's run. Time to run.
Oh, that did nothing. I was kind of hoping that she was gonna jump across. Instead, she's like, no, I'll just jump down. It's like, well, that was not what I wanted. Not at all. But okay. $5 gold. I bought the house for 5,000 and I found a pouch with 5 gold. That seems about right. I literally just want to Assassin's Creed it jumping over there. That's all I want.
I'm always happy to see you.
Really?
Needing to rent. And you're in my way.
I'd ask you to try shooting me, but you'd probably poke your eye out instead.
Are you in this house, Mr. Gargoyle? Yes, you are. Cool. For some reason, my character is like fixed on that gifts trader because she keeps showing it right there.
My hair is oppressing me.
Hello. I've never seen you before.
It brightens up my day just
Can't
to
catch
see you.
me.
I was like, wait, I'm supposed to have like
Bet you can't get me. Hi there,
a sit and piss.
Now,
Okay, I own those.
that was for you. Not your
Yeah,
dog.
I like to try to own everything. Especially
As long
the
as the economy
stalls. That's
stays
how
as it
you.
is, we should be all right.
The Old Town Warehouse for 16,000.
I think we're ready for our love to get physical, don't you?
We can go somewhere
Husband?
private.
I think we did already because we have a son.
Are you ready to spare?
Sorry, there's like some of the dialogue in here that I can't resist
Come on.
talking
Bet you can't catch
back
me.
to.
I'm too fast.
You'll never catch me.
I don't know what it's trying to lead me to. Okay, it's trying to take me back to the Spire. Either that or the civilian displacement. But it says that I've run out of time. I'm okay with running out of time on that, actually.
You brighten up these streets for an old guard, you do.
Let's see.
I'd love your autograph.
Hello? You're not from round here, are
Oh, my husband has
Darling.
another gift for me.
You've been so wonderful. I've been
You
fantastic.
look stronger than before. You haven't taken any drugs, have
We
you?
must be the envy of all our
Oh,
neighbours.
that's why
There's
he
nothing
keeps
but
having all these
short of-
potions. I
Sounds
forgot
like
that
if
he's
I
the
take
potion
your
trader.
trouble,
Are you chilly?
Sizes.
Come a little closer.
Good day to you.
I kind of forgot that I married the potions trader.
You've really made some waves recently, haven't you? Good going. Join the elite with our... You know, I think I'll let you have a discount. That's a fine item.
It's like, well, at least now I have an autograph card, so if I ever get a kid that comes up to me again going, can I have your autograph? Then I can give him that. Be like, here's my autograph, now go away. See, so I have so many of these.
I hope. Always happy to buy your unwanted items. Come back. Always happy to buy your unwanted items. Always happy to buy your unwanted items. Come back if you have anything else to sell.
If I have anything else to sell, I'm supposed to go back. Okay. Oh dear. I mean, there are definitely some things that I'm kind of like, well, do I really need to be holding on?
Come back
to
if you have anything
multiples of
else to sell.
these?
Bowerstone's finest goods.
Who wants your silly autograph anyway?
Hi there, dog
Oh,
lover.
please, please, great hero. Can I have your autograph?
Well, if that's how you treat your fans. Forget it. This'll be great.
We can gift. Autograph card.
Go on.
Sure.
Wow, maybe I can start a collection now.
I made the little girl happy.
How are you, sexy?
I know, funny.
But the one downside to making everybody love me is that everybody wants me. Hi, Breaker. How are you doing today?
Closing time for all stalls. Stalls will close until tomorrow.
Wife. Hello, wife. Dog tricks. Tail chase. Ooh, I can teach my dog a trick. Okay, cool. My wife is happy. See, Breaker says he's good. I'm doing pretty good. Just having fun with this. Okay, where was that trick book? I'm somehow able to carry all of these books. My dog can now chase his tail. To see him do this, perform a vulgar thrust or a victory arm pump, or put on a hand puppet show.
There are some great romantic places we could visit.
Oh, you have a potion
What do you
for
say,
me too.
darling?
You really look stronger today.
I just took a potion to make me stronger, and then someone's like, wow, you look really strong today. Uh-huh.
Not too shabby.
So,
I'm
Just for
so
those of
glad
you that
to
are
see
in the
you're
chat.
becoming famous.
My dog has yet to be named.
You're no one without an interesting name. I'm entitled to
I
name.
have no clue
Very
what to try to name my dog.
What are you
I
doing
haven't
later?
seen your
you
wife
know,
around lately.
tonight?
I guess she's staying at home
There's
these days.
no one quite like you.
Those are some expensive clothes. Nice.
Alright, dog, let's play.
Show me more. I like that. It's nice to see you spending so much quality time with your furry friend, dog lover.
Everyone's like, oh, you've got a nice dog. I like your dog. And then my dog's like, okay, here's
Do you
my
own
ball.
many houses,
Puts the
Dad?
ball down. Ball rolls away.
It's my turn to buy the drinks this week.
Everything's wonderful. Very nice.
You're in luck.
'Cause like I said, I have yet to name my dog. I still need to name my dog. But I don't know what to name my dog. I have 2 bewitching augments. Moon or just go with pepperoni. Because I know that I had a couple of suggestions when I first started this game, and both of those I was kind of like, I don't know about that. And then I'm also like partially tempted to be like, for the reward points that we've got, to be like, even though it says name that Pokemon, that it should be whoever wants to actually name my dog
Want to watch
just
that
cashes
waistline?
that in.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. I don't know where this gold trail leads. You know what?
Hi there.
Gotta get closer. 8 gold to Oakfield. Yours are actually a bit better, Bricker, in my opinion. There was one that was like Sir Pepperworth the Third or something like that. That I was kind of like, no. Okay, I want to see if that worked. I kind of doubt it, but I want to find out. I paid for the carriage to go away. Let's see if the carriage moved. Again, I doubt it, but yeah, see, it's still there. Eh, it was worth a shot.
People talk all about.
I didn't get to be sheriff by sitting on my arse all day. Sometimes I sat on my hands, mostly in winter.
Okay.
Shops now open to the public.
Ooh, okay, shops are open. What sales are there? Bookshop. Alright, yeah, let's go to the bookstore. Books!
The shops are now opening.
Or do it how it was in Hocus Pocus. Book! Okay, that's not the bookstore.
You're a real charmer.
Wow,
I don't think that's
nice.
the bookstore either.
Oh, I thought you'd never come back. I missed you.
Book.
You're always welcome in my store.
What you got? Marriage and how to survive
On
it.
sale, a
Beginner's
real
Guide to
bargain.
Business. About time for your annual watch of Hocus Pocus. Yeah, I do watch Hocus Pocus
that item is
every
discounted.
year in the Halloween season. But I have to watch it more than once
You're
because
making a
inevitably
great
one of the times
saving
that
on
I watch it, it is being used for a drinking game. And yeah.
That item is discounted.
Alright.
Enjoy.
All of the
I
dog
hope
books.
it-
Let's just...
You've bought a fine item.
I'm not sure if I need
Enjoy.
all of these, but
I hope it brings you great
all of the dog
happiness.
books.
Enjoy. I can
Okay.
wholly recommend that.
I always find it interesting whenever I do the
You've bought a fine item.
whenever I do the Hocus
I
Pocus
hope
for the
it
drinking
brings you
game.
great happiness.
Out of all my friends, I'm typically the one
bought a
that
fine item.
isn't.
I have one myself. I hope it brings you great
The one that gets drunk.
happiness.
We'll
I
just put it
hope
that
it
way.
brings you great happiness. You've bought a fine item.
I'm like, I'm
hope
pretty
it brings
sure
you
I
great
already know this
happiness.
stuff, but
You're making a great saving on that.
it's also been a couple of years since I did that. Now that I'm thinking on it.
Oh,
Here, I don't need...
do you have any
Three.
other items I might be interested in? Do you have any?
copies or more.
Always happy to buy your unwanted items.
Alright. Done with the bookstore. Let's get to reading so my dog can be a little bit more useful, you know? Dogs of War. Okay. Oops. Items. Books. How many freaking books can my person hold when she doesn't have a bag? She's wearing a dress, for goodness sake, and somehow she can hold all of these. Alright, so now my dog can bag. Dog can now urinate on target. To see him do this, point and laugh at someone, insult them, or tell them to kiss your arse. It's like, okay. I'm just making my dog awesome before I continue on with the actual story. Let's make my dog an awesome dog. we're down to making the dogs super awesome.
You're so...
It would be nice if
certainly climbing the ladder of fame.
it was a little bit easier of having to do this instead of one after another. Go in, read the book, get sent back out. Go in, read the book, get sent back out. I still think that this one, Marriage and How to Survive It, that's kind of a book needed in real life. And yes, Breaker, dogs are awesome. My dog's actually laying on the floor off screen. He sometimes is okay trying to actually get up here in front of the camera, but not all the time. He has to be the one in the mood to be in front of the camera. That's just how he is. I don't know why. It's kind of the same thing of like you're loving on him, you're scratching him, hugging him, all this stuff, and he will look at you and he'll act like your cooties are the worst thing in the world. Like, stop, don't touch me. And then you stop petting him and then he just looks at you like, why'd you stop? It's like, you're the one that's like literally pushing you away. And so it's like, okay, fine, I'll stop. And then he's like, why'd you stop? See, the ones for the dog that I really want is the Treasure Hunter and the Dog of War. That way then he'll be better during my fights. And he'll be able to find better things. Whoa! Wife, why are you angry? What did I do? I'm reading books and making my dog awesome and my wife gets angry. Guess because I wasn't paying attention to her. That's how that works, right? If you ignore your wife, she gets angry. I'm almost done reading books. I promise I'm almost done reading books. I know I didn't have that one. Too far. I just need the books. It's like Burger says all the time. Yep. Alright. Wife, why are you angry? Here, look,
Why
look,
they
look.
didn't call this
Wife.
place brown.
Look. You like jets. Let me... Look, I have 3.
Stone. Maybe it was a typo.
Oh, you're
There.
so sweet, dear. Oh, this
There.
is going
Okay,
to be great.
Now she's happy.
Oh! I love it!
You are
Right.
the most extraordinary person I've ever met.
I don't care if you think I'm the most extraordinary person that you've ever met. That has ever existed! I do not care. Don't be flirting with me right in front of my wife. That's probably what makes her angry. Like, you have all these people that flirt with you. Whoa. My dog's like, there's a dig spot. Where is this dig spot that you bark about? Okay. I'm gonna dig through the road. Oh yeah. Okay, so I went for the books. I guess I should also go check that out before I leave. It'll probably be a good idea. Don't run over the child. They get angry if you run over the children.
Power stones, best product.
No, I don't want to
How is your
steal.
wife these days?
My wife is good.
You're my
What are you
favorite
selling?
customer. There you go. Come back any
Here, I will
That's a
take all
There
of
you
your.
go. Come back anytime. There you go. Come back any. There you go. Come back any. That's a fun. There you go. That's a fun. There you go.
Like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy all of your potions. Thank you.
Very, very nice.
If you tell me what you want, don't let
I'd really like an autograph, please.
I already gave away my one and only autograph card. It's like we got business cards a few weeks back, and there's a lot of them. I kind of wish I actually had one of them up here so I could show you guys the business card. But I just was thinking, like, the autograph card. If I had as many autograph cards as I do business cards right now, that would be that'd be kind of interesting. I don't need the healing. I want these potions first. Experience ones, that's the ones that I want to use. Get those points up. So I want to try to get this up because I'm supposed to go to the Shire. But I'm also a little nervous about going to the Shire without really being, you know, strong and well versed in the ways. I have enough experience to buy stuff within that. Okay, cool. Still gonna do this though. Alright. But I can only buy stuff within Will. I can do the Inferno. Blades. Vortex. Force push. That's it.
Are you chilly?
Alright, let's see. For my regions, let's see. We're here at Bower Lake. I've only found and destroyed 2 of the 5 gargoyles, and I've only found 2 of the 4 silver keys. So there is a part of me that's like, let's just do this, but I'm supposed to continue the story. Farewell to my wife and my husband that I've, like, not really done anything. I shall disappear for quite some time. So, again, keep in mind that your dog here is like, what, 10? I think we've had that conversation before. Where This dog has to be about 10 years old. And he's
There
still
you are.
running around the way
Ready
that
to start
he
your
is.
glorious military career then? Did you convince your partner to wait for you?
I don't know, but we'll find out.
Here I am to say my goodbyes. You know the last thing I said to my father before I went to the ritual cave? I can't remember. I can't remember if I said goodbye that morning or not. That's the funny thing about goodbyes. You never know when you'll get another one. I'm sorry, I didn't mean... This
I
isn't
see
like
that there's a silver key down there.
You'll do great out there.
Let me destroy boxes. Cool. Uh-oh. Did I get stuck? Not if I break the bottles. I don't care if I've got you all riled up. You,
My pals
you
in the
take care of
pub are
yourself.
already talking about ya.
I'm not doing anything. I shall follow dog to get to the key. Key. And the game does not let you run here. That's why we're going so freakishly slow.
Right, no personal effects allowed on board, and no weapons. And no dogs.
Don't worry. I'll look after Furface here. And your stuff as well.
It's okay, dog. I love you. Be good. Be good, my old dog.
All aboard!
Oh, and as always, my supervisor, Doc. He is here. He's watching. He's always watching. And the fun, cool part about Doc is that his little lantern here actually glows in the dark. And then after I moved next month, I actually have 23 days until then. That with all of that, after I get there, I'll actually be able to start up the cooking show for Geek News Now. And Grim is my supervisor for that.
Just look at this place. We've done well casting in our lot with Lord Lucian. Whatever he's planning, me and Lil are going to be set for life.
Get moving!
I've been with my Lil 13 years, been faithful the whole time. If you could see her, you'd understand
Quit
why.
pushing me.
Name's Bob, by the way. What is that noise? I don't just hear it. I can feel it.
Hi, medic.
This place feels...
Oh, here. So, Bricker, if you think that these two are cute, this is Chew. So, that's Chew. And this is Chi. I also have a little one. I gotta see if I can grab it. Give me a sec. Got it. He's all the way down in there. This is Corey the Corgi. So, alright. Let's see. Retro has redeemed Sing mode. And he says that it's my choice. Medic loves corgis. So that's why I periodically have to bring out my little corgi. But this one was actually a birthday present from one of my friends earlier this year, so I'm happy. And these are all from the same company called Squishables. They're all really, really cute. But I really like them. They also, with Squishables, they will actually do polls for which one should we make next, and they've got some really cool ones out there. Alright, but I'm supposed to do a song. A song. Well, part of me wants to do a little bit of, like, Halloween, because we were talking about Hocus Pocus earlier. You know what? I will do that. Because I can. Gotta wait for the ad to go away though. And Medic has date night tonight. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Just randomly found this on YouTube, so. Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see. This our town of Halloween. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene. Trick or treat till the neighbor's gonna die of fright. This our town, everybody scream. In this town of Halloween. And one hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red. I am the one hiding under your stairs, fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song. In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise. Round that corner, man, hiding in the trash can. Something's waiting now to pounce, and how you'll scream! This is Halloween, red and black, slimy green. Aren't you scared? Well, that's just fine. Say it once, say it twice, take a chance and roll the dice. Ride with the moon in the dead of night. Everybody scream, everybody scream. In our town of Halloween, I'm the clown with the tearaway face, here in a flash and gone without a trace. I am the who when you call who's there. I am the wind blowing through your hair. I am the shadow on the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. Tender lumplings everywhere. Life's no fun without a good scare. That's our job, but we're not mean. In our town of Halloween. In this town, don't we love it now? Everyone's waiting for the next surprise. Skeleton Jack might catch you in the back and scream like a banshee, make you jump out of your skin. This is Halloween, everybody scream. Won't you please make way for a very special guy? Our man Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin king now. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song. La, 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 la. So I hope you guys like that. In case for those of you that do not know, Nightmare Before Christmas is pretty much one of my favorite movies. So I may have potentially listened and sang to that song a lot. Also, where I live in Texas right now is San Antonio. So here we have an amusement park called Six Flags Fiesta Texas, and for the Halloween season they have what they call Fright Fest. So they'll have the haunted houses, they'll have scare zones, so people are dressed up in costume. And 3 years ago I actually got to go work there, and that was super fun, super amazing. I wish I could go back. However, I am moving second week of October, so I cannot do that this year.
Wrong.
I'm gonna have to try to find something
Wow.
to be able to do that. But I had so much fun with that. And they actually had, for those of us
this
that
place?
were scare zones or even in
6
some
years
of the
I was a
haunted
mason's
houses,
apprentice.
we
I
would
sure
be
never
in
saw
full
any building like
costume,
this.
full makeup,
How is this possible?
and be able to
Kingdom
go out
Engineering, I reckon. But then
into the group. So the way that the park is, it's actually within the aquifer, that we have here. But like there's this big canyon basically all the way around. So in the very back of the park, up against that canyon wall, is where there's a train that goes through the park, and there's actually a train station there. And so we would have at like 5:45, 6 o'clock. So the sun's starting to go down a bit, but it's still light out, but it's just starting to go down. That a train would come in, and you'd be able to see that there's these monsters, like the evil clowns. I was a mummy at the start of this. I was a mummy, but then you have like the zombies, you'd have the witches, you'd have like ghouls, all this that they're spaced out on the train. But we would be coming into the station with that song of This Is Halloween going on, and we had to learn a routine of us coming into the park off this train station, having to walk through the crowd with that song playing, and we had to be able to interact with the people in character. So it wasn't just that we're in a zone trying to scare people. It wasn't just being in a haunted house doing little jump scares or whatever. We were actually having to fully portray the character, and I love that. At the beginning when I was the mummy, I didn't really get to do too much at the beginning of that, but we had a person in the haunted house. I'm going on a bit of a rant. I'm sorry. You guys are going to have to listen to it. But we had one person in the haunted house that I was in, which was the House of the Macabre. So it's like the museum, basically. So it wasn't just like going through the zombie-only house or the clown-only house. Like this, there is a whole variety of people within our haunted house. But as the mummy, you can't really do too much. But the one person left, and she was in the seer room, the fortune teller room, that was right before mine, and she had to leave. So, but we were getting a new guy, and they're like, "Hey, he'd be great to replace the mummy. Can you replace her?" So I got changed into being this fortune teller person. So I go from being put on a costume, put on a mask, where the only makeup I'm having to do is just like little black circles around my eyes so that like that was about it, to full on, I'm now in a costume, both of my arms are getting completely painted over, my face and my chest is getting painted over too. It was really freaking cool, by the way. I actually think I don't want to just be trying to explain it, because I'm probably going to do a really, really, really bad job of explaining it, to be honest. But, like, they actually hadn't finished that one, but I kind of wanted to show so that you guys can kind of see. So, like, that was actually part of the makeup for that. It's actually pretty cool actually. But they had the painted on the eye there on my chest, and it was really cool. Kind of annoying to take off, but it was still really freakishly cool. But yeah, so we did that, and I'd have to do the whole thing of like, oh yes, come into the room and try to do that. But I didn't really feel like that was a real good character. So I wound up asking the manager, like, hey, can I change the character a bit? So we changed it from me being the seer fortune teller to me being like this psychotic summon, essentially. Because in that room, not only was there a crystal ball, but there was a dresser. And on this dresser, attached to it was a mirror. And on that mirror, they had put what made it look like a full-blown Ouija board. And so, and like, there's a whole bunch of other things that were in the room, but that was the one thing that was really cool. So because of that, I was like, okay, so I'm like a girl that went crazy. That I played with the Ouija board a little too much, and I went crazy. And that I would have wounds, and one of the wounds would be like right in my forehead as if like I got shot. But that, because I was able to be crazy whenever we got to where I'd be introduced into the park, that was where I could really it took a lot of energy, but I loved it. I had a whole bunch of fun with it.
now?
Shut it.
Okay, so now I'm not stuck with the slow
The
struggle.
world outside these marvelous walls is a corrupt, rotten husk. Reason is absent. Instead of order, there is only chaos. Chaos does not punish evil, nor reward righteousness. Chaos cuts innocent lives short, and we're to accept this as fate. I beg to differ. You stand in the center of a great instrument of change. With it, I shall remake the world, and my creation shall be unrecognizable in its perfection. But my will alone is not sufficient for such a monumental task. It is only through your toil, through your labors, through your conviction, that Albion will be transformed. Do not fear the sound the throbbing you feel beneath your feet.
Alright, and
These
thanks for coming
sensations
by
will
while you
soon
could,
be
Breaker.
as familiar as your own heartbeat. And so long as your heart continues to beat, all that I require of you is obedience. Now, sleep.
So Retro, what you've missed is that I've infiltrated the Spire, where Lucian, the guy who murdered my sister and tried to kill me years ago, doesn't realize that I'm here. But
Morning, maggot. Welcome to the
and then
Spire.
I wound up
like
singing
it,
"This is
'cause you're never
Halloween"
leaving.
to what you cashed in, and then I kind of went on a little bit of a rant of when I was working at Six Flags for their Halloween Fright Fest.
Right
and
now, you're
even
in the
showed off
barracks.
some of the makeup
You'll
and
eat and
stuff.
sleep here, and the rest of the time you will work wherever the commandant assigns you. Your job is keeping the scum building this
They
place
shaved
in
my
line,
head.
and otherwise doing whatever the commandant tells you without question. When you receive an order, you will
gotta
obey
get my
it
person to,
immediately. Which brings me to that new piece of jewellery you've got. The collar is part of Lord Lucian's obedience program. The Commandant will explain it to you. Main thing is, do what you're told. And don't try taking the collar
It's a
off,
shot
because
collar.
you can't. And the penalty for even trying is death. And not the painless kind either. Now report to the Commandant.
Can I take any of this food now that you're done talking? No. Of course not. Why would I want to take food? Alright. Let's go and report to the Commandant, I suppose. But I want to explore. Like, what was over with this room? More foodstuffs.
Sometimes I wonder what that food they give us every day's made of. It don't look like any food I've ever had before.
See if there's anything over in this one. They have the big thing. Oh, I made the stuff fall. Oopsie. Lots of angels on. We got Light Angel in the chat, Dark Angel lurking, and then Wolf Angel playing is what Retro says. Like, well, of course. A chest. Okay, now I'm happy that I did go look. What? It won't let me pick it up. It let me use the potion, but it won't let me pick up the experience? You gotta be kidding me. That's not fair. If I'd known that, I would not have used the potion. I would have held on to it. That was rude.
Was
Get
on
out of my way.
torture
These
duty
people.
last week. You feel bad at the beginning, but then, I don't know, you get used to it.
Hey, it's you! We arrived together, remember? How are you settling in? Can you believe they put me on guard duty? On my first day too? I must have impressed someone. Oh, if Lil could see me now.
These
She's
boots
always
are
loved the bloke in
huge.
uniform. Though I don't think she'd like the mask any more than I did. They look properly intimidating, but I can hardly breathe in that thing.
Where's Garth?
I don't know how you got here, but I know what you are. It doesn't matter. Your power will do you no good as long as you wear that collar. Be patient.
Only the Commandant is allowed in his cell. Although he doesn't give me any trouble.
Do you?
Keeps nice and quiet. Anyway, can't wait to write to Lil, tell her all about it. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
And I continue on to the Commandant. I mean, those are giant boots.
I am the Commandant. You are Recruit 273. That number is not random.
273.
It was assigned to you because I have broken 272 recruits before you. You are nothing more than the next link in the chain. You have been brought here to oversee the reconstruction of the tattered Spire and to serve Lucian as he sees fit. My job is to ensure the obedience of guards like you. You will do everything
So
I tell you.
I can either full-blown obey and get
Failure
bad
to
points,
obey will
or
cause the device around your neck to activate.
I can disobey and not get the bad
You will lose
points.
your willpower. Your memories and experiences will be drained away. This will continue
There is that.
until you submit. Perhaps you believe you will resist. Some do at first. A misguided sense of personal honor. You must decide, is your honor really that important to you?
Obey or disobey the Commandant.
Now, come here. Obey me.
Every time that you disobey, the collar will drain my experience.
Be still. Good. Now, look over there. The Spire has taken 10
Sorry, I
years
don't want my
so
experience
far,
going away.
and it will take many more until it is complete. This project is ambitious beyond your wildest imaginings. Yet our progress is not a miracle. It is a product of obedience. Let us see how well you have learned. I am going to hit you, and you are going to thank me. Because I tell you to. Now, thank me. Obey! Thank me for your pain. Obey! And once more, thank me. Obey! Excellent.
That makes me think of Pinhead's brother.
Beg.
Retro's telling me to disobey. But then I lose my experience.
The concept, don't you?
Obey. Submit to me. And beg.
I lose all that experience and I will never get it back.
You will show me respect. Good. You learn quickly.
There. I disobeyed the one time.
That will be all.
It's like, I don't want to lose my experience. Okay, so now I've been there for 38 weeks.
The Commandant made me torture a recruit this morning. He overheard the poor bastard saying he missed his family. I'm glad I don't have a family. I just had a strange... Maybe it's the collar. Hard to think sometimes with these sounds. You know, I hardly notice it anymore. It's as familiar as my own heartbeat.
You have orders to report to the barracks!
On my way, sir.
Recruit 273.
What do you want?
Report to the detention center.
273. But I want to be 626.
Time has little meaning here.
Feed us. Help. Shut it!
Ah, there you are. Stand here and guard these maggots till I get back. They're not allowed any food, though, so don't touch the controls or you'll be sorry. I'm gonna grab a quick bite. Mmm, tasty food. Yum, yum.
So I either touch the controls and I give them food. And I lose experience points.
We'll die. We haven't eaten in weeks.
Obey.
I don't want to die here.
Let them starve.
We'll die if we don't eat. Why are you doing this?
Obey. They are to receive no food.
Please. I need food.
I mean, I guess I'll eventually run out of experience points to
feed
lose.
the prisoners.
But I passed out. I fed 3 of them and I passed out. Week 137. So I've been here for more than 2 years. And my hair still hasn't grown back. And those boots are still ginormous.
The Commandant wants to see you.
You hear me all?
The Commandant's right to keep this one caged. He's dangerous, he is.
Hey, what are you doing in there?
Let's go back to the Commandant. Hey, look, my orb
I
is
will
here.
make you obey. I believe you know this man. Guard 268.
Shall we make the
I
world
order you to be quiet.
through my toil, through my labours, through my conviction, Albion will
Those who do not obey can be made to. But those who cannot obey are useless. Take this sword.
required of me is obedience.
So I either kill him or I attack him.
Now, kill him.
No! I'll obey. I'll work harder.
Obey me, or you will die.
Obey the command to end his pathetic life.
This half-wit is beyond repair. But you, I will salvage. 10 seconds.
Should have used my points before we came here.
Obey. You must kill without mercy.
Everyone has their breaking point, and I will find yours.
Obey. You must kill without mercy.
Alright, back to work, Retro. Has to go back to work. I shall continue to try to have fun, but...
An unloved task slows the passage of time. An eternity passed within the Spire. Each day the great black walls grew. Each dawn grew darker in their shadow, and the deeds within the walls grew darker still. As years passed, the hero's task seemed ever more impossible. Lucian remained behind the great white light, Garth remained hidden, and others like the Commandant appeared, all as brutal and powerful as the first. And slowly, all thought of freedom or the outside world faded.
Alrighty, how long have I been here? Many years later. It doesn't tell you how many, it just says many years.
How do you fancy taking a lie down on my torture table? Officer 273, report to the Commandant.
I'm still just surprised that they let me still run around after I disobeyed so much. think that after I disobey just a few times, that then it...
Construction of the upper tier begins tomorrow. The man guarding the site is overdue reporting in. Find out what's happened. You can consider this a chance to redeem yourself. If you find the man in dereliction of duty, escort him to the torture chamber and await further orders.
Find the missing guard. Okay. I mean, I guess since I've been here for many years, I would know my way around. But when I first got here, and they're like, report to the Commandant. How the hell would I know where the Commandant is?
What do we do to deserve this? Answer me!
I don't know. Because I know I didn't do anything to deserve Lucian killing my sister and shooting me.
You heading to the construction site?
I'm just following this little gold trail that apparently knows where I'm supposed to go. Because I don't know where I'm supposed to go. So I just follow the trail. Yep. I will take your weapons.
We meet again, hero. You came to rescue me. But you're no good to either of us with that collar on. There. I've removed it. It took me years to focus enough will to destroy our collars and that guard. I've got nothing left. So when trouble comes, it's up to you. The only way out of the Spire is through the Commandant's chamber. So ready yourself, and let's move.
What in... That's the will user! And he's not wearing the collar! Get him! You are not...
I have learned all of We are winning. You fight well. I'll give you that.
Woo! I can get my experience points back again.
Let's chop this one to bits!
I want my hammer back already.
Back up.
Better than you got killed in the Spire.
They're coming from everywhere.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Push on.
Because I'm not seeing an option for me. Any of the health potions that I got. Yeah, sure, let's go ahead and use those up.
Prepare yourself.
Where did you go? Normal person. Yeah.
Get away with it!
You were knocked out. Lost 1240 experience. Okay.
You have to deal with them alone.
Oh, that guy's dead.
You think you can stop an army?
There's nothing we can do for these men.
I can't flip a switch? That's not fair. I don't like that.
More of them.
Alright. Well, I got knocked out again and became a ragdoll.
Lads, there's a reward
From for every kill we get. Guard up. I didn't join up to get killed with someone like you.
How is it I'm shooting you, but you can still hit me with your sword?
Let yourself down. This is it.
Yeah, that's what I really want to know. You're getting
We're not
shot, but
leaving
you're
until
still
the
able to
commandant
come.
is dead. I know what you're thinking, but it's not revenge I'm after. Revenge is just a fortunate byproduct. A new load of recruits is being brought in. Take a look. Now we need to find the commandant.
I think he found us.
You. I should have known you would betray me. Lord Lucian will kill me for failing to keep order. But I am obedient, and so before he does, I will eliminate you. Now, come here. Lucian will thank you.
I mean, I had to get knocked out again. Alright, and we're up again. They just keep respawning. I was like, let's just get rid of the guards. Like the 2 guards, that's no big deal, but no, they just keep respawning. Keep getting knocked out, it's fine. I just lose experience.
Death is in concentration. You are powerless to stop it. How can you possibly?
I'm like one hit away from getting knocked down again, so I may as well. There we go. Oh, but he takes all of the experience points. Okay. I mean, I guess it's okay, because then he's got power again. See, Light Angel is still at work.
At last. I think it's safe to say you don't need to protect me anymore. We can use this to reach the docks. Now come on.
Do I have to use the other one? Yep. He uses one, I have to use the other. Come on, get back up again. Yeah.
They will keep coming.
Back on your feet, soldier!
You will catch me! No more!
You are not...
Now you will see true power!
I don't know what's
If you want to live, I suggest you all get back on the ship with us.
Why do I look like a Franciscan monk who decided to start a life of piracy? It's just the storyline. Being in the Spire, they make you wear a certain outfit. You have to have your head shaved. But the only way to get out is through the ship. So, I'm gonna just have to readjust a little bit, sorry. So, after being in the Spire for many years, I'm now finally able to go back. Also known as the Book of the Extremely Dead, contains powerful arcane incantations that are best left unuttered. And what happens when somebody gets it for the first time? They utter it.
I thought I would never see land again. I thank you for your help.
Dog!
Another friend of yours?
This dog, by all accounts, should be dead. He was like 10 years old when I went into the Spire, and I've been gone for years. He should be dead.
Your furry friend has been coming here every day for a week. He knew that you would return victorious, even before I did. 10 years. Welcome back, my friend. You have done the
Goodness,
impossible.
that dog is 20 years old!
And Garth, I welcome you too.
Welcome me. You're in my way. So please, step aside.
You know much about the Old Kingdom, enough to know you cannot destroy the Spire alone. We share a common aim. All I ask is that you listen to what we can offer you.
All right, I'll listen. But I promise nothing.
I will go with Garth. Hammer is at the inn in Rookridge. You should see her before we talk again. She'll be overjoyed to know you're back. Oh, and here, you'll want this.
My stuff.
Take my hand, Garth. We have a great deal to discuss.
Do I have any choice?
I have finally recruited the hero of Will, but at no small price. 10 years have passed in the Spire, and Lucien knows he has a new enemy. Oh dear. Alright. Let's see, clothing. Let's see. I want the ballroom mask. Weapons. I'm gonna have to go get my hair fixed, 'cause I don't have my hair anymore apparently. Because all it counts for headgear is like hats and stuff. I have to go to Westcliff for that one. Oh, look. And there was one that was titled Blind Date. That should be interesting as well.
The stalls are now opening!
Let me close you.
La, da, da.
Well, if it is my old business partner. I never thought I'd see you again. What a wonderful surprise. And you couldn't have come at a better moment. Have you ever seen such a marvelous transformation? families enjoying wholesome fun. Not a criminal or a ruffian in sight. All poverty eradicated. And I own it all. Even the Crucible, that grandest and heroic of arenas. Great commentary team they have too. You've probably noticed I've done a fair bit of changing myself. I'm free from the shackles of that ridiculous thesaurus, from the temple of business and yodeling. I'm a respectable man now. But enough of that. I have a very healthy sum of gold for you here. Your investment plus 10 years of interest. And my heartfelt thanks. Now, it's time I found new pastures, new ventures. The world is my bivalve mollusk. Good farewellizations to you.
Barnum has finally learned how to make sound business decisions thanks to your investment.
You are now
completely
famous enough
changed.
to use the scary laugh expression.
Are we not more
Scary
south,
laugh
northwest?
expression.
Where did you get that great hat?
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
There's another job for you, Deputy.
Some truth in it, right?
My dog's just gonna go into this person's house.
Yesterday,
Very similar to you.
There's so many chests in this building.
I'll wager you ain't never played a game like this.
Get your purses ready. The shops are open for business. Whoa!
Yeah, I don't feel like trying to steal, especially not in front of people.
There ain't no other card game like it. Step up and play Fortune's Tower.
A race of
Hey,
stupid
boy.
slime monsters has stolen all the library books.
Are you sure you're not interested in upholding the peace?
What is this? The bartender. I already have the 5 stars in the bartender.
Says to the monk, I thought you were paying for peanuts. Don't let a dope name stand in the way of fame. Bye. A title.
I used to shop here with
am-
my parents when I was a boy.
I am gonna go ahead and buy these little stalls, though.
If you need gold, I hear there's...
Fill up your belly with our food.
I know you all want to hear
Do you
more.
have
Or of
anything I can
perilous
buy off you?
Spandex, the hero of Oakfield. I shall tell you his most bedazzling
Has
adventure.
this shop always been here?
Yeah, nice.
Hello there.
Alright. Hob squatters. A group of hobs have infested a cave that just happens to be someone's home. We also have the blind date. Farmer Giles wants his son to get married. Can you find him a suitable partner? I could do the Crucible again. Since it's changed. See how it's changed while I'm here, I suppose. Actually, before I do that,
You should try Darren's
nope. And that's a no.
What will it be then?
It's all so disturbing.
I've heard you really helped people in that spire. I'm so glad.
I honestly was not trying to kick
You are
the
now
chicken.
good enough to use the laugh expression.
Let me give you a present.
Aha, I see you there.
Just when everything was going well, you come along. Oh my, what a shock!
Hey, boy! You want me to scratch you behind the...
No! Don't put on Jack's mask.
What's down here? Oh, it's the guy just wanted me to do that.
I would go to the ends of the world for you.
You are an upstanding citizen.
I am an upstanding citizen, apparently. I've been gone for a decade,
Is it any wonder?
but apparently I'm an upstanding citizen. I find that interesting. Alright. So I have a little carriage for myself. So at least now I have a place that I can sleep for some quick health while I'm here. Oh my gosh, get up there to where you can read the thing. It won't let me. Oh my gosh. I can kick the chicken, but I can't examine the property.
Good one!
Wow, they kind of failed on the placement of that light. The civilian displacement's still there.
Yippee!
See if this works. Nope, it doesn't. Trying to be able to see how I can purchase that one too, but there we go. Okay, let's try one more time for this one. Oh my gosh, it finally worked. Alright. Like I said, at least one of those is mine, so I can go sleep at it. Let's go see what the Crucible's like now.
Well, bless my eyes, is that who I think it is? It is! One of our most celebrated Crucible champions! Oh, it does bring a blissful tear to one's cheek to have one of the family back, doesn't it, Mad Dog?
Yeah, we're one big happy family. Or something.
I hope you've come to compete. We have plenty of events for veterans such as yourself. Lots of blood still left to spill.
Sure.
What you waiting for? You're not in the mood for more glory?
Let's go test it out.
Come back for more, have you? In you go, then.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an old favourite for you today. A veteran of the Crucible, Dog Lover! And she's the current record holder for this week's event. Can she beat her own performance?
Let's find out.
Round one. 3, 2, 1, go! First wave. Don't scratch fuzzy, grubby, vile beetles. I hate them. Well, let's see how the new girl likes them. Second wave. 3, 2, 1, go! And you can see the blood in her eyes! Mediocre! Won't be happy with that. She got sloppy there.
What the heck?
That's it! Kill the people! Kill them all! Leave bloodthirsty. 3, 2, 1, go! Mediocre! Oh, big creatures! Yeah, Murray. That's really she killed that one like she was swatting an insect. Well, we promised butchery, and butchery is what we delivered. And there are 7 rounds to go.
Okie dokie then. Round 1 done. Round 2. Oh yeah, I remember. Traps.
Round 2. 3, 2, 1, go! First wave. And here comes our challenger, waiting to impale. Oh, you can feel her willpower all the way from up here. Murray, your eyebrows are on. There they are. Second wave. 3, 2, 1, go! Spectacular! Natural magic can do anything against its devastating display of will. Third wave. Oh, nice! 3, it takes 2, more than good eyes 1, like go! That. It takes 2 eyes at least. Oh! Did you see that? She almost cut it in half. I have pierced the skin, yeah. Nice shot! Spectacular! Perfect round! And if you enjoyed that, wait till you see the 6 rounds we have left! Round 3. 3, 2, 1, go! First wave. Oh, wait! Yes, that's bananas! Considering how dirty our weapon must be. That'll be the Dark Pit Remorse's fatality. Oh, yes! It's a kill! He's not supposed to show me. Exciting! Second wave. 3, 2, 1, go! Never say die! Only because they can't speak properly.
There you are.
Third wave. 3, 2, 1, go!
I was like, where is the enemy? And I found it.
You can hear it in her eyes. Well, at least she took that one like a man. Though she is actually a woman. I haven't seen such an effective use of weapon in my Crucible for years. She's an expert user, all right. To the hole there. Another scrumptious massacre. And we have 5 more still to come. Perfect round.
Cool. Alright, well, thanks for being able to be here even though I know you're at work, so But thank
I'll
you
do
again,
what I
Light
can
Angel,
for you.
for being here.
You'll love it. Sensible. Have a nice day. Sensible, bye. You'll love it.
Let's get some more potions. Alright, so I'm fully healed. Now I can just do the experience ones.
Whoa, ain't that great?
Alright. Awesome, I do have more than enough. When you need 108,000, I got 246. So yeah, let's do that where I've got a bit more health. Yeah, let's get the accuracy up. And still apparently cash in on some of these. Okay. Not anymore. Actually, yeah, I want to change that because that one is annoying to me, actually. There we go. Alright. Change up the spells a bit. Now I got the Hollow Men to go.
Round 4. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, this place brings out the old romantic in me. Oh, the dead tree.
You've never been married, have you, Mum?
I would rather die first, old friend. I think something stirring in the waters down there.
Second way! Let him give us some coffee. 3, and killing them about
1, go! Or won't she use will? Is what I was wondering. Well, she will, because she just did. Oh, I'm sure he would have felt that. I have it could be. Knows, maybe they do.
That was beautiful. 3, 2, 1, go! That attack sends bits of rotting flesh flying loose.
Yes, alright, we're hit our way through all of these.
Will realise just what a great platter of slaughter we are witnessing here today. And we fall more
left. Perfect round.
Cool. Onward to room 5.
Round 5.
First one with bandits. So
3, 2,
round that I really
1,
hate.
go! First wave. Takes me back to my youth, this. I spent some good years in the they call you? Puppy gang then? Let's just watch the killing, right? Time for a nap. Well, she didn't she almost got a hole in the ground. I've been in worse situations before and come out winning. That kill will do her confidence
Need that.
good. Won't do the corpse rush though. Exciting! Second wave. 3, 2, 1, go! Third wave. 3, 2, 1, go! Exciting! You can murder my mates like entertaining! Mediocre! Entertaining! Perfect round! Fantastic!
I did not expect to get that one to be perfect. I'm actually very, very surprised that I got that one as a perfect. I normally never get a perfect on the bandit ones. I am surprised. Let's see, potions.
Round 6. 3, 2, 1, go! First wave. Watch as fire spouts from the walls, mad dog. And don't stare into the abyss. Whatever you do, don't stare into the abyss. Back in your soul.
Yeah, this one I can pretty much guarantee that I'm not gonna get the perfect on.
Second wave. 3, 2, 1, go! Mediocre.
Doing one.
Mediocre. Exciting. Mediocre.
I don't know where my person is. My person is fixating. I'm trying to hit somebody with a hammer that's across.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh, yes! She fired, she hit.
There you go. You don't need to be here. Neither do you.
This is turning into one heck of a crucible.
We
only have 2 rounds to go. Round complete.
It was slightly too slow. Just a few seconds too slow for that, unfortunately. Hi there, bud.
Ah, good to have you back.
I'm gonna buy all your potions again.
You'll love it. Send. You'll love it. Send. Have a nice day.
And then we go back for the experience. So he had a whole bunch of will potions. Alrighty then. My comprehension of the Raise Dead ability has increased significantly. Cool. And the Force Push ability has increased significantly as well. Also cool. Room 7. 2 more rooms to go.
Round 7. 3, 2, 1, go! First wave. Oh, you can smell the shit in this arena. It smells of battle. Love. Oh, fear. And just a hint of vanilla. Second wave. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, that was a good time for slow-mo. That was actually really good.
3, 2, 1, go!
Where are you? Oh, you're all the way over there.
Oh, did you see that, MD? He's one heck of a crack shot.
Flippity flip.
Unless she starts blocking
Go away.
there's no way she just sees an easy outcome.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
She's made it to the last round. Perfect round.
Last round. Boop, boop, boop. How many tickets left? 2,000 gold. That's actually a pretty decent amount of gold. Last round, last room. Let's go. Woo, woo. Yeah, big guy. Excitement times 1.
I can feel on your head, mad dog. We've made it. We're here. It's the greatest abomination. No. What? No. A mighty troll.
That can go through there? What the?
Oh,
gold for killing him? 6 of the 8 with perfect round times. I mean, did pretty good. Total time, 776. Back to Westcliff, because I am done with the Crucible. Again. Alright. But I did that.
Stalls now open!
Ah, back for some more Crucible hijinks? A brutal...
No. Because I don't want to do that again. I've already done that enough, thank you. Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's do the Hob Squatters. It'll take 110 hours to get there. Are you guys sure you can wait that long? Are you sure you can wait 110 hours for me to get to... Woof! My dog goes. The dog says woof, which translates to dig here. 750 gold. You did good, dog. Good dog. Good boy.
As you can see, the temple has prospered greatly during your absence. Without your help, this place would be deserted and its people dead or scattered.
Hey, you look like the sort of goes into caves, dungeons and whatnot when people ask them to. You can help me. It's my digs, you see. I live in this cosy little cavern, hardly any dampness at all, but I've been kicked out by a family of hobs. See, I came to the temple for shelter, but if you can kick those creatures out of my cave, well, I can go home. Ah, that's brilliant. Yeah, in you go then.
You have a sword and you can't do it? Tommy, you have a sword. You can't get the hobs out of your own cave? Why? You're following the golden trail, the golden fairy dust trail. Oh. Do you mind actually doing something? Goodness. I'm here telling her pull out the hammer to attack and she's just standing there. She wasn't doing anything. Would not have taken any damage if she had just done what I told her to. Apparently somebody got a little too drunk at the bar.
Lights out!
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
It's nice to see.
Don't want to make people angry by running into them full force. I tend to not like that too much. Come here. back here. Dog, did you really get hurt? Here's a treat. Here is a 10-year-old treat that I have held on to. Hey, so now I can go in here because I know last time I was trying to go in here and it wouldn't work.
I'm sure you'll be a great success.
Run into a wall face first and knock myself out. Dog says dig spot. Where is dig spot? Oh, and there's a key. I'll take the key. Dig spot. And my dog's found another dig spot. Dig spot is here. Do your little diggy dig again. I was busy trying to kill bad guys, okay? Oh my gosh. Why won't my person dig? There we go. Nope. That's not what I meant to do. Sorry, dog. Do your dig spot again, because the game's being weird. Dig spot. Gosh, with the spade. Come on. Good gracious. That was so weird. Cave Diary, page 3. You know what? I feel like I should probably be reading them as I pick them up. So, let's see. Cave Diary, page 1. This appears to be a page from a makeshift diary. The entry reads, I managed to escape that horrible place. The men with the strange masks wanted to sacrifice me. I don't think my family made it. I'll hide out in this cave until it's safe to leave. I can hear strange noises coming from further inside. Page 2. I thought at first they would eat me, that I escaped that awful temple in Rookridge only to die here, but they were more curious than anything. They even offered me some food. It looked like a man's leg. I'm not sure. I'm not hungry yet. The writing on this entry is harder to read. Most of it is little more than a doodle. One passage is clear, though. We played a great game today. We had to hide in some bushes until a caravan went past, and then we knocked it over and clubbed everyone inside to a pulp. We're going to eat well tonight. Somebody's turning into a hub. They even have a baby's crib in here with a skull in it. Okay, dog. Now that I've killed everyone, now you can show me the dick spot. There's a body here. I mean, technically there's a lot of bodies if you just are counting the skeletons. Good boy, dog. Page 4. Let's go read page 4. There are only a few sentences on this piece of paper which looks like it was once an old woman's shopping list. Don't think I should write as much anymore. My tribe looks at me funny and makes growling noises whenever they see me using the sharpened bone dipped in chicken blood. Who needs language anyway? Denture paste, baking apples, anti-wrinkling potion, mustache bleach. Why must the gun be so weak? Like, I swear, anything else that gets shot 5 times is not gonna stay standing like that. Yes, dog. I see treasure too. Treasure! Treasure, treasure. Alright. Writing on this page is barely legible and consists mostly of crude drawings. You can only make out the last part. I found a lovely, lovely corset on our last raid. Bit tight, but it goes great with the skirt I stole off that clothesline last week. My outfit's really coming together now. I feel just like another hob. Hee hee! No more writing for me from now on. This human stuff is beneath me. Oh. Oh dear. Entirely sure as to why they are there.
Would you kill them? Murderer!
Tommy's Cavern key! The key for the entrance to Tommy's Cavern. Okay. He got all upset because I killed the hobs. I was supposed to be the one to die, not me killing all the hobs. So he got upset at me. Because the hobs are his family. He says hobs are friends, not food, is what he says. Oakfield can sigh with relief. No longer will women's underwear disappear from laundry lines.
Yeah, yes! The hobs are dead!
Have you heard? There's a job opening in town.
You ask me. It's some sort of advertising trick.
Go on!
Alright. That Crucible's gonna constantly be there until I get a perfect in all the rounds, which I don't necessarily see that happening right now. I haven't found this location. I need to explore the world more. Well,
Mark my
It's
words.
nice
Any
to see
day
you spending
now,
so
someone
much
will turn up
quality time.
how am I supposed to know where I'm supposed to go if it doesn't tell me? Oh, I am supposed to go meet Hammer in Rookridge. So I suppose we should go talk to Hammer. Like, hey girl, I'm back. I know it took like 10 years, but I'm alive.
You, a little trip to the other side.
You don't scare me. I've been in the Spire for 10 years. There's nothing you guys can do to scare me.
That mangy dog's got some nasty
While you're down on the ground, I'm just gonna shoot you. There we go. That works. That works. Oh, Hobbs and bandits? Why are you all working together? I want to kill the magic Hobbs. First sketch fragment. A rough sketch of what could be someone's ear or maybe a flower. I don't know why I got that, but okay. All I know is now they're all dead. Hammer. Hey, they fixed the bridge. Back in my day, I remember when there was no bridge and I had to jump into the water and then go through the cave.
You ready for some slaughter? Stop your fire!
You talk.
Get him, dog, get him. Good dog. Like such a good dog.
Hey, dude, think.
There we go. Alright, some more people are killed. Take a health potion. Oh, now I see the people. I mean, if he wants to just stand there and let me shoot him, I'm okay with this. I am most perfectly okay with this. Let's just go see if there's anyone else that's up here. Nope. Okay. And now I continue onward. Excuse you.
Where do you think you're going?
Away from you. That's where I think I'm going. Ooh, I got a second sketch. Putting the two fragments together and then squinting shows the image of a large crab. Okay.
I'm looking forward to ripping you to shreds. You're getting shot, you puppet! That will be hog meat when we're finished with him.
Yeah, I don't think my dog's gonna be hob meat. I'm not going to allow it. Nope. I thought... Meat hammer in the Rook Ridge. And then I went through Rook Ridge. But I was following the wrong thing.
Didn't know better.
Hello, Hammer.
It is you! You old slag! Man, you look good considering. I can't believe it. You're really here.
You are the most extraordinary person I ever
Can't
met.
believe you're really here. I'm gonna finish my drink.
You did it. You rescued Garth. Took your sweet time, all right, but you did it.
A piece of rock.
So what was it like in there? As horrible as I imagined? Well, never mind. I'll find out soon enough myself. We're back in business! Why am I keeping you here? You should be seeing your husband.
What about
And
my
your baby.
wife?
Well, he's 9. Hardly a baby.
I've been
I'm
gone
meeting
for
someone
10
who might have some
years, but,
information
now
on...
but my son's
you know,
apparently 9.
I'm number 3. You should go. You have things to do, people to see. As soon as I have anything we can use, I'll head back to the guild and Teresa will call you. Oh, and welcome back. I missed you. I'm glad that...
Oops.
That day that Doc wasn't our last goodbye.
You should take some time to recuperate before you come to the guild.
Yeah. Okay. I want to go see my wife. It's been 10 years. Let me go see my wife first. It's kind of bad, I suppose. I don't know. She's at least stayed with me.
Stalls will close until tomorrow.
Here, I got you a present, dear. Hope you like it.
She likes the heroic pose.
Ooh, what is it?
Heroic
Really
pose.
quite wonderful. This is why our marriage works.
Like, I've been gone for 10 years and she's like perfectly okay with it.
Do the words roll in the hay?
This is why I want to keep my wife happy, because She sticks around.
Emma has learned the location of the thief. Return to the guild as soon as you can.
Don't tell me what to do. I will do what I want in my own time.
You may be a foreigner to these parts, but news of your actions has already traveled here.
Okay. Alright, my wife has another gift for me. An average stove.
We must be
Where
one of the best kept families in
did
Albion.
you get a stove, and why were you carrying it around? Yeah, let's do the Temple of Light seal. That looks better.
Those are some expensive clothes.
Alright. I need to go see my other family. Oh dear.
Yippee!
It won't just fast travel me there. Going from the family anyway, I had to go all the way over here. Excuse me, coming through. And my dog says there's a dig spot.
I'm your son.
Child.
Bet you didn't even recognize me, huh? You're home. Did you fight lots of monsters this time? I guess our house is okay, but I prefer staying at my friend's house.
Our house is okay.
Got potential.
I'm a necromancer. Don't go without me, Mom.
It's like, I'm here, dog. Where's this dig spot? It's like, let me know where that dig spot is. I found 500 gold. Cool. Let's see. But I don't want to.
I'm the best rifle shooter in Albion.
Cool. Excuse me, sorry guys. Another dig spot.
Excuse me. Can I have a wowie pop?
A wowie pop? Like, I know that she's like cutesy saying lollipop, but what I heard was worry pop. I was like, why do you want a popsicle that causes you to worry? I said 27 prayers this morning, but my record is 49. Overheard from a Temple of Light monk. I would think again that quality is better than quantity. Sorry, dude. You didn't get out of my way. Here we are, just running along, minding our own business, and then dog goes, treasure! Dig it up! Ooh. Let's get my dog to be smarter on the treasure hunting. I'm pretty sure it would not normally take 5 bullets to kill a person. Another dick's butt. Alright, dog, where is it? It works. I will take the 400 gold. Now we go to Brightwood. Oh, cool. You have a present for me.
Oh, it's you.
Something I already have, though.
I hope I can help you today, friend.
Let's just come over here and kill the hobs.
You'll need more than that. You will fall.
There we go. All of the experience points are mine. Dig up my dog. I got an emerald.
Don't waste your money on food. Give it.
Ah! Was wondering if I'd run into you again. We owe you a lot. So, what do you think? Place is doing pretty well since the last time you saw it, eh? Still,
yep.
I'm getting too old for this life. Which is why I'm thinking of giving it up. You know, leaving the whole place to my son. A place he can settle down with a nice girl, raise a family. Like the one we were before my poor Jenny was taken from us. Of course, that isn't looking too likely. You see, my boy, he's a sweet kid. He just don't have much luck with the ladies. I've done my best to help. Even tried setting him up with a considerate town lass. It didn't work out, that. Hasn't even spoken to a girl since. Maybe you, I don't know, you could help him out some. Oh, I didn't mean in that way. I can tell you're in no hurry to settle down. But you could talk to some of the girls in the city. Show them what a catch he is. They'll listen to someone like you. It's so hard for the boy to meet anybody round here.
How are you doing? It's been a while.
Thank you. This means a lot to me. Here, take this picture of him. An odd fellow by the name of Barnum took it. Had to wait bloody ages for it. But it's a good likeness, don't you think?
Rupert's photo. Picture of Rupert taken with Barnum's amazing photographic device.
Rupert's out in the south field. Just talk to the lad. Find out what he really likes. I want him to be happy after all.
Did my father send you here?
Yes.
Look, you can tell him I'm not meeting any more of his floozies. I know how much he wants me to find a wife and settle down, but I can't be something I'm not. I don't want to get married to a woman, any woman, you understand? I want to tell him, you know. Maybe he'd understand, but I just can't. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Show Rupert's picture to the villager you want him to go on a date with. Not all villagers are suitable.
Hope the hero life is treating you well.
No. Oh my gosh. Put it away.
That's a great look for you.
Ah. Then, once you find the right lass, introduce.
So now I have to go find someone
Spinner box,
for
the thinking person's game of choice.
them to go on a date. Tell him the guard is tough, courageous, fearless, serious. So now I gotta go to Bower Lake. I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to finish this. No more bugs. Woo, woo. Book trader, what you got?
Always a pleasure to serve you.
Pretty sure we got hide snout. We just got the treasure hunting, so let's do the
Nice doing business with you.
Items, books. Down to the dog of war.
Hi there, dog lover.
Go. Now my dog is even better. I didn't think that I would have to go this far. So, TV saying that the music in this game is superior. Yeah, I do like the music in this game a lot. It's... If you're quick enough, you can use the apologize expression on someone you've wronged. Doesn't necessarily mean that they'll accept it. But you can still try.
Nowhere to sleep. You think that's fit?
If business carries on like this, I'll be able to start up...
Stone's finest good.
Come here. I'd like to spend some more time with you.
Friendly, bubbly, and romantic.
There's something
Strange and magical about you.
Big fan.
Wife has a present.
I collect all grass and
Big spot, says the dog. Not quite sure I'm going to be able to finish this quest in time.
We're not worthy.
Yeah, you're not.
Me how much
Dog. Dog says there's another dig spot.
Woohoo! This is so brilliant. You're the most famous of anyone. Yeah. You're my favourite hero. I'm so happy, I feel like dancing.
Yes, go on.
I
And
literally
if that's
just
how you treat your
found
fans, forget it.
I
Alright,
have a
that
steady
person.
girlfriend, I'll have you know.
Sorry.
Get your augments from me.
My dog keeps finding stuff. Keep getting distracted. Yippee! Oh. Just freaking Reddit. Where's Thunder's strength?
Lovely. Thank you.
And with Thunder being
The
in the
shops
first.
are now closing.
I'm my mummy's good boy.
I've decided to become the first female.
La la la. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try to finish the quest next time. Because I'm running out of time and I'm not finding anybody. So I'm just gonna...
Go on!
Okay, me digging up stuff apparently is what that guy really likes. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna save here, I'm gonna call it for today. I do want to say thank you to everybody who's come by to watch this live on Twitch. Go ahead and hit that follow button if you haven't already. I'd love it if you could hit that subscribe button. And in case if you didn't know, you can actually use your Amazon Prime account to subscribe to one Twitch channel for free. And since you're already here, if you got it, you may as well use it, and I would greatly appreciate it. But also, if you're watching this on YouTube in the future, also hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button. Make sure you have notifications turned on so you know whenever Geek News Now submits any new content. Also, go follow Geek News Now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course our website at geeknewsnow.net. You can also find on our Facebook page for Geek News Now, you will find that we have a pretty good giveaway going on for the rest of this month. I can't do anything about the giveaway because I work with GNN, but you can. So make sure to go check that out on our Facebook page at Geek News Now. And so once more, I'm WolfAngel. Thank you guys again for coming to watch, and I will be back tomorrow. I will be playing Dead by Daylight. So until then, I hope you guys have a good day. See ya.